Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech for yet more of your daily gaming news, and myself, Amata. Today is the 25th of November and I have some news for you, those of you in the EU wanting to get your hands on a PS4 as soon as possible at midnight, as Sony has detailed a range of European PS4 launch events. Now it's of course going to be for everyone in the UK, EU and Latin America on November 29th. Now, of course, many retailers will also be holding their own events, so these are not the only launch events, the only midnight launch events that are going to be happening in these countries, towns and so on. These are just the ones that are being done by Sony. If you want some more information on what's happening in your area, I suggest you just try and look online, as it's going to vary as to from retailer to retailer, from town to town, and so on. It's all a bit up in the air as to who's going to be doing what. For example, last week, a store near me was supposed to be doing an Xbox One midnight launch, but they cancelled it and it was for pre-order holders only. So that's just an example there. So just have a look for your area. If the places that I'm listing are not near you, these are only the ones done by Sony. There are still ones being done by retailers, just to get some clarification out there. Now, I'm going to go through the list of places and dates, and I'm just going to issue a blanket apology now. I'm going to butcher some of the pronunciations of these places, but I'm going to do my best. Anyway, first up we have Berlin, Germany, which is going to take place in the Sony Center in Berlin, which is in Potsdamer Platz, and that's going to be 28th of November from 5 p.m. and they're going to be having live acts, celebrities and a stage spectacle. Next up is Copenhagen in Denmark, and this will be all GameStop stores in Denmark, plus 5 selected stores with special support from PlayStation, and that's going to be including Neversted, Fisketorvet, Lyngby, Aalborg Store Centre and Bruns Gallery. And again, this is on the 28th from 9 p.m. It'll be a midnight opening with giveaways, competition and more. Next up on my list is Dublin, Ireland, which will take place in the PS4 rooms on Stephen Green, and it's open from now until the 8th of December. And you can visit the PS4 rooms for your chance to get hands-on with the PS4, and it also give the games coming out for the console on launch a bit of a try, which includes Knack, Killzone Shadowfall and Call of Duty Ghost, as well as of course Assassin's Creed. Next up is Gdańsk in Poland, which will be taking place in the Galeria Baltica shopping centre, and it's open from now and again until close on the 28th of November. And as previously, you'll have the chance to get hands-on with some of the launch games. Now, next up is going to be Helsinki, Finland, which is going to be taking place in the Tennis Palazzi, and again on the 29th of November until the 30th, and that's going to be the PS4 Lounge. Next up is London, UK, where it's going to be taking place on Bedford Street in Covent Garden, and that's going to be the 28th from 7 o'clock. And there'll be PS4s available to purchase on the 9th, with entertainment happening throughout the evening. They'll be having goodie bags, competition, special guests and chances to get hand-on before the launch. Now, there'll be over 400 stores nationwide opening at midnight, so for those of us in the UK who perhaps can't wait for it to be delivered through their doors or what have you, there will be various stores doing midnight launches, and they're already going to be doing, a live stream from 10 p.m. GMT. So if you perhaps want to join in with the festivities without having to go all the way down to London, then you can do so. In fact, I'll probably be tuning into the live stream myself just to enjoy some of the pre-launch hype. Next up is Katowice in Poland, which will going to be in the Celestia city centre, and again will be open from now until close on the 28th of November. And again, of course, you'll have the opportunity to get hands-on with the PS4 launch games. Now, next on our list is Madrid, Spain, which is going to be in the Sony Computer Entertainment España, which is in Calle Pedro Valdivia, and please excuse me for my pronunciation there. And that's going to be on the 28th of November from 3:30 p.m. and that where you can go to PlayStation HQ, meet people from PlayStation Spain, and even be in with the chance of winning a PS4. And they say here, cosplayers are very welcome. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing many of those at pretty much all of these events. I would expect a ton, especially at the London one. Now, next up is Russia, Moscow. That's going to be M Video in the Trubnaya Square, and that's going to be in the Neglinnaya Mall. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And that's spelled Neglinnaya, because I know I've failed to pronounce that entirely. So anyway, it's going to be on the 28th of November from 10 p.m. Sales will open 2 hours before midnight with giveaways, prize draws, and other celebrations. Next up is Oslo, Norway, and that'll be the GameStop in Generøs Storgata, and that's going to be 28th of November, midnight opening with giveaways and a FIFA contest. Next up is Paris, France, and that's going to be the Sony Store Paris, which is, of course, George V Avenue, and that's going to be the 29th of November from 11 a.m. 800 PS4s will be there available to purchase without a pre-order. So for those of you in that area, you will be able to maybe get your hands on a console if you haven't actually pre-ordered it. Next up is Poznan in Poland, which is going to be Stary Brewer, and again is going to be open now until close on the 28th of November. And then we have Rome, Italy, which is going to be Castel Sant'Angelo, which is going to be from the 28th of November on 8:30 p.m. And all they say here is witness the amazing transformation of an iconic landmark. So that's going to be rather interesting to see what they're up to there. Next up is Stockholm in Sweden, which is going to be the Webb Harland store, and that's going to be on the 28th from 10 p.m. Midnight opening once again with a countdown, giveaways, competition, and more. And next up is St. Petersburg in Russia, and again that's going to be an M Video, and that's going to be in Balkanskaya Square in the Gallery Mall, and that's again going to be the 28th from 10 p.m. And finally on our list here we have Warsaw in Poland, where they're going to be taking place in the Arcadia Shopping Centre and is open from now until close on the 28th of November. And that's going to be plus a midnight opening in a Sony store. So there you have it. That's all the information regarding the official Sony launches. As I said previously, many retailers are holding their own midnight launches across various countries. As I said, in the UK, there's going to be 400 retailers opening to do the PS4 launch. So if you're not seeing something particularly local to you, I suggest that you take to the internet and see what retailers are doing it, as a fair few are going to be doing it. I would imagine that my local retailers such as Game and possibly even my local Tesco are going to be doing a PS4 launch, although I don't think they're going to be matching up to the grandiosity of the one taking place on Covent Garden. I kind of wish that I could go to that, but I'll settle for the live stream. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.